Howdy, hey, hi, Spaceman Josh here, and welcome to Into Space. Now, you can probably tell that I've done some progress a little bit into this game. I tried to play it a little bit just to get back into things. It's been months since I've even looked at playing this game, but I wanted to do a video on it, and so here I am. Now, of the different upgrades that are available for the rocket, like the title entails, you want to take the rocket into space. More specifically, I believe it once you take it to the moon. Some of the different factors involving it are hull durability. There are obstacles that keep you from, getting into space. Like, I've in the 10 days I've played in game, the rocket has hit airplanes a lot. I've actually taken out probably at least 6 or 7 airplanes. 2 of them on the way back down after I ran out of fuel, which was fun. There's maneuverability in terms of just how well you can move in the air. There's thrust. It affects your acceleration. There's the fuel, which self-explanatory. The more fuel you have, the higher you can get. There's boosters, which have a little bit of their own fuel and provide a little bit more thrust. And then, of course, there's these little ones down here that affect, how much money you can make, your the speed of your fuel consumption, air resistance, damage, your resistance to lightning, and your fuel reduction from boosters themselves. So currently I have $914. Before I go into day 11, I am going to look at getting some upgrades. I think I had my eye on this booster here, so I think I'm probably going to get that. I'm not even going to worry about that booster. I'd just skip an upgrade. No worries. I think I'll get the second tier hull durability, so I don't know how much of an increase this is. It increases by nearly double, from 500 to 800, so that's a decent upgrade, I'd like to think. I'm also going to get, I want to do damage resistance to protection from lightning if I can a couple of times, and as well as I got the fuel consumption reduction from the boosters themselves. Shut up, phone. So now the rocket is no longer pointed, which is kind of sad about, because now it doesn't really look like the Spaceman Josh rocket. I know that the beginning one kind of looks like it. The fins I have on here that help maneuverability, it's made it a little bit nicer to look like. I'm going to turn on my boosters now. I have to hold down the left button on the mouse to activate boosters. With the frame rate the frame rate I've been experiencing, while holding it down, sometimes it's like you're not holding anything down. But it is what it is. I'm going to continue playing for y'all. Still a fun game. Yeah, see, I've only used half of my booster. Maybe it's doing it in bursts on its own, and I'm just not paying that much attention. But what is it? Okay, I forgot those were there. I just picked up a durability thing. I don't know if you're able to see it because my webcam is in the way, but the durability meter is in the lower left. Is it zoomed out? I just realized that I think it's zoomed out. But the durability is in the lower left, and if I hit airplanes, or I think there's also like hot air balloons later on as well, and I think once you get really high up, some other things. But you tend to damage yourself, and I got the upgrade because I've taken out airplanes, like I just did there. I took out an airplane on the way down. I got to 28,000 feet. I lasted for a minute and a half. What did I get? $111 for lasting a minute and a half. I got $729. It's a lot of money. Look at this upgrade. You get reduced air resistance for $665. What if I gave him a $1 tip, though? And instead, I'll spend the $665 to get this. It looks closer to the Spaceman Josh rocket, but I don't think... Yeah, the top of ours isn't red. Day 13. Some people think 13 is an unlucky number. So there are some people who there's also a lot of people who don't like the number 13 as much as they don't like the number 666. To each their own, though. Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. Oh, there was a booster thingy there. I'm gonna start activating my booster. Uh-oh, lightning. Yeah, that's kind of my fault. Let's try going this way out of the cloud. Nope, I got hit by the lightning again. Hopefully it'll get to the point where I think, hopefully, I don't know if it's true or not, because I don't think I've ever gotten to the point where I hope that the protection from lightning can get to the point where the lightning doesn't affect me. I got more fuel without hitting the airplane. I think I've passed... the little bit right, it looks like I've only passed 2 checkpoints, but I think I've passed 3. Either way, I've already passed another one, so I know I've passed at least 3. And I ran out of fuel on the way. Oh, I still have my boosters left. I wasn't even using them. I still had over half of my boosters. That might explain a little bit. 22,000 feet, minute 18. 596. That was a pretty bad run. $691. Let's do a reduced fuel consumption. Do I still have? Nope, I wanted to get the extra money, but I don't have enough money for that. I don't really want anything else. At least not yet, so I'm going to keep going. This time, right off the bat, I'm just going to keep using the booster. Yeah, see that the bottom light, the graphics aren't too terribly awesome, so that there's actually 2 checkpoints in that bottom one. It's almost like a binary star system. It looks like a single dot, but we know it's not. Hey, that rhymed. I'm gonna keep going. My boosters haven't fallen off, which means I still got fuel. I spoke too soon. Let's get the fuel without running into the airplane. Another checkpoint reached. I think if I just keep the mouse pointer at the top, then I won't have to worry about the wind as much. Especially since, oh, I didn't react to that one fast enough. And then, what was I talking about? I don't know, the cloud distracted me. So that sentence is lost forever. I'm gonna keep going. I think the upgrades in air resistance haven't... Ooh, I'm gonna hit the airplane. Did I hit the airplane? Oh, I didn't hit the airplane. The increase in air resistance makes it so the wind doesn't affect me as much. And if I just keep the mouse at the top for mouse controls, the rocket will always be adjusting to the mouse. So whatever wind is trying to affect me, the rocket's gonna adjust to the point where we won't even notice. 31,000 feet. $468. Yeah. That's like half the money I got from that. The other half was from... Was that achievements or checkpoints? I wasn't looking. But now we have over $1,300, which is nice. I'm going to get the money upgrade again. I can get it twice, which is nice. A 20% increase for more money for altitude and checkpoints. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Frame rate, dang it. I'm on day 15. Experience. That might be because I'm on day 13. Sorry, 15. Ooh, there's a booster right under me. Or, sorry, right above me. Speed! As said by one of my favorite YouTubers, speed is key. And there is the alarm for the episode's nerd alert. So I'm going to run into this airplane. That way we can end this run. Okay, I have a strong rocket. I'm just going to point it down and you can all watch it plummet while I talk. So, today's nerd alert, since we're playing a game about rockets going into space, I figured I'd talk about rockets going into space. And so, we've all, most of us have heard about SpaceX and, the things that Elon Musk does and all this other stuff. SpaceX as a company does a lot of I guess the only word for it is just like outreach, or they put out a lot of news. They advertise a lot of their things, and it's always a big deal. One of the other companies that privatized space companies that isn't really big on the whole advertisement thing, though they still do it. It's not nearly as heavy as what SpaceX does. Is Blue Origin, and I've recently been able to get a tour of their headquarters in Kent, at least the areas that we were allowed to, as during a field trip with the university. And so essentially something that's really interesting is that we know about SpaceX and their rockets and the plans that they're doing, but something that may not be as advertised as Blue Origin has the New Shepard rocket that they have. It's essentially their first rocket. They have been able to use it multiple times, but they're also working on another rocket called the New Glenn. And the New Glenn is essentially the New Glenn and the New Shepard are both really. I think Blue Origin, if I remember correctly, are actually looking into space tourism. That's one of their main things. SpaceX, they want to get people to Mars. Blue Origin wants to mainly, from what I can remember, mainly just space tourism. And so it's just something that's really interesting. And the New Glenn that they're working on is, I think it's well over twice the size in terms of like diameter of with the New Shepard of their New Shepard, and it's I've been able to see the at least what the diameter is going to be, and they have like a little outline of like the size of the rockets that they're using too, and it's just this humongous thing. And we always think about, like, we see rockets, we see scales, and it's like, oh, this thing is huge, but it's always a completely different thing to sort of see it for yourself, see the size difference, be able to look straight at it and go, holy crud, that thing is huge. And it's just that, hidden in there was today's fact that the Blue Origin is working on developing for the New Glenn, and that Blue Origin is really looking at doing space tourism. And that's something that, for me, I find really interesting. And if by some chance in my lifetime it comes to a rate of that's money-wise reasonable, airplanes used to be stupid expensive, and now most people can, at least in the the low middle class or higher, can be able to reasonably afford airfare. If space tourism kicks off just like airplanes did, it's going to take a long while. Hopefully in my lifetime I'm able to do it, is what I'm trying to say. I have taken nearly 4 minutes to explain the fact and sort of what I think about it, so without further ado, let's get back into space. So we're back up to $1,354. Can't really get any of these jumps and upgrades. I don't really try getting these because I already have almost enough for some of these upgrades, and I've been trying to focus on some of these. I think what I will do though is I'll get the next fuel tank, because that's the most expensive skip, and I won't be able to afford that for a little bit, so I'll get the next upgrade in fuel tanks. And then I will do reduced fuel consumption. Let's go into day 16. 2 weeks, 2 days. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Hey, I was almost good at that. Come on. There we go. Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached. I'm holding down the left button, yet the boosters only work like half the time. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. I've probably mentioned that already too, but ooh, a speed boost. But that's something that, like, I don't quite understand. It could just be my frame rate. I can totally believe that. But I don't remember that being the case back when I played this a while, back when I was younger. Those two airplanes just crashed into each other? Yes, they did. Now they're crashing into me. I don't know if my durability will last. Oh, it might. I don't know if I'll be able to stop falling, though, before the airplane takes me out. Ooh, I did. I'm alive! Woo! A minute in and 2 airplanes almost took me out. Ooh, a speed boost. That's just what I need. Hopefully I don't run out of fuel, or it doesn't freeze on me before I get there. Oh, did anyone notice how, like, it would 660, 662, 664, 665, and then it skipped over to 669? I was gonna mention if it hit 666, but it didn't. I feel like the game skipped it on purpose. $943. Let's get better thrusters. Increase the thrust by 1. Because that's such an amazing upgrade. I know I said I wouldn't get it, but I got it. Day 17. We're a day away from being 3 weeks in and we still can't even get above the clouds. I don't know how good this scientist is. I mean, I know it's rocket science, but, I mean, you would think that the businessman trying to make all this money would approach someone who's good at making rockets if the point of making the rocket was to make money. And I went headfirst into a cloud. You know, it's like this dude wanted to do space tourism, but, you know, the scientists that he hired can't get a rocket above the clouds. And they're trying to launch a rocket during terrible weather conditions. Storm clouds everywhere, lightning ruining the systems. Usually you look out for the weather and don't do stuff like that. And you also usually don't have to worry about airplanes. I mean, if you're launching a rocket, I would assume for airplanes that's pretty much restricted airspace. Yes, I'm attacking a video game, get over it. I've almost gotten to the record, and yet I had another storm cloud. We're almost a minute and a half in, and we haven't hit an airplane or run out of fuel. We might actually even be able to beat the record with that 1 extra point of thrust. New record! Woo! And we're only just approaching the red in our fuel. I might hit the airplane though. Well, maybe not. I might be able to survive this without hitting anything before I run out of fuel. Ooh, duration 2. It lasted for 2 minutes. Can I get the fuel thing? I got the fuel thing. I'm gonna last for another 2 seconds. I just realized how much money I'm getting from this mission. If I can get to that next checkpoint, I actually might... Never mind. I was gonna say I might be able to get a lot more. But no. And we're at 19 minutes and 20 seconds in the recording, so I think that after this, I mean, unless it takes 40 seconds to fall down, we will have one more run in us before the video ends. Ooh, that was falling fast. Gravity. Oh, I took out an airplane before I hit the ground. Gravity was pulling the rocket hard. 48,000 feet. I hit the... that must have been pretty bad for the airplane, though. Like... We were falling pretty fast, and then all of a sudden just goes straight through an airplane. the airplane's just broke into pieces. So we just have now just hit the 20-minute mark, so I'm not going to do another run. I'm going to end the video here. I might do another one. I'm not too sure right now. But if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, whether it be series or just flash games like this, go ahead and hit subscribe and turn on notifications if you wish. If you have any suggestions for space games I should play, put them in the comments below. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Spaceman Josh, out.